What did I learn about learning on the Superhuman Summit? Stick around to find out. Welcome to this episode of the Limitation Is A Mirage podcast. On this podcast, I want to talk about the summit that just passed last weekend. So this was a summit I've been working towards for over a month. I've been engaging with different speakers and inviting people on to be guests. And personally, I know I'm very biased because I organized it, but personally I think it was fucking amazing. Everybody that was there got a lot out of the speakers, and one of the things that taught me personally is that everybody has, and I already knew this, but everybody has a different way of learning, of retaining information, of gathering information, and some of the speakers say some of the same things because they're all people that I know I've trained with in some way. So we've all looked at the same areas, but because they describe it in a different way, they use a different analogy, they use a different method of getting the information across. Some people get it, even though they've heard me say it 3 or 4 times, or they've listened to the podcast or whatever. They actually get it because of someone else. And it started to make me think that it's why I've got so far in what I've done in my career, in my development, my personal development, and the way I'm able to interact and work with all the clients that I have. It's because I'm always trying to learn. I'm always looking out for the people who are the best in their field at whatever area it is. And then I'm using their skill set, their ability, and the many years. So some of the masters I work with might have been doing Kung Fu martial arts for 60 odd years. So rather than me going and study for 60 years, I go to them and I chat to them for a few hours. I'd be really active in my engagement in the conversation. I know what sort of questions I'm asking, which comes from knowing where I actually want to be in life. And in that 2 to 3 hours, I can get a lot of little nuggets of information, of gold that's going to be able to take on to myself and move me forward to help me just go further up the path that I'm actually on. So the summit just re-engaged that for me, probably because of lockdown. I haven't been to many events, I haven't been doing many different things, so just getting to see different people teach again and getting to see how different people learn, how people take notes differently, all of that for me was just amazing to just re-engage in the learning process. Like I love hearing from all the speakers that I had on because I get to learn something new each time, and each speaker had their own way of delivering the information, had their own way of talking to camera, talking to the people, engaging with the people. And that's like where I'm just coming back around again, and you can see like my mind's just going 90 to a dozen, if that's still the same. If you want to improve your life, then maybe I'm the perfect person for you, but maybe I'm not. But rather than look at what I do and then think, well, maybe that's just not for me, like he's talking about meditation and being out in nature and being superhuman, maybe that's not for me at all. So then you just don't do anything. Maybe I'm not the person for you. Maybe you need to go and look for somebody else. Look for a different person that does the same sort of stuff that will help you develop the way that you're capable of developing and the way you want to develop. And there's probably not a lot of coaches out there that would say that I'm probably not right for you. I want everyone to be improved by the information that I give out, these podcasts, everything. But if it's not for you, then there's no point you forcing yourself to listen to a podcast by someone that you don't really connect with, or what I say doesn't resonate with you. The idea should be that you improve yourself by going to all these different areas, all these different people, and picking up your way of learning and the person that's going to be the best for delivering the information to you to help you move forward. And I don't mean that you should go to every single course and learn every single thing and look for a magic certificate or a magic like crystal that they're going to eventually give you and say this is the secret. Once you get through this is the secret. When you have that, you've succeeded in life. That's not what I mean. What I mean is test the water with lots of different things and then find out where you really want to dive into. And then, if I'm sticking with this analogy for some reason, then become a deep diver and snorkel your way to victory. I don't know, just fucking test out loads of different things. Find the one that really fits you and really suits you, and then fucking grow from that. So I'm still pumped from my summit, so that's probably why I'm just sort of throwing this information at you. But if we were to recap, what I would say is you have to be willing to get through the starting process of learning. Maybe it's always the hardest to get to get the information in at the start. It's easy to start, but to stick around, get information in, do maybe like a week, 2 weeks, a month. But after that, just reevaluate. Is this person for me? Is this studying for me? Is this subject for me? Am I on the right path? Am I on the path I actually want to be on? And then make the decision from there to stick to the path or create a new path. But don't think just because you started something that, and I know I love challenges and I used to do this. I'd be like, I'm going to do this no matter how much it wastes time or affects me. I started, so I'll finish. I don't agree with that now at all. I'll reevaluate every so often, and if I think this isn't for me, then I'll just disregard it, because time is something that we cannot get back. So learn as much as you can, grow as much as you can, but self-evaluate each time so that you know that you're not going off on a path that you're not comfortable with. That's all I wanted to get through today. One other thing, Superhuman t-shirts, look at them, fucking awesome. They are actually now for sale on the Unfiltered Ink. I'll link it below. They finally released them, so get your Superhuman t-shirt. So if nothing else, you just feel superhuman by wearing a t-shirt. That's how I feel. In all my things, I've talked about this before. Dress the way you want to feel. I feel superhuman wearing this. I feel superhuman whenever I wear superhero tops. So I feel superhuman running about in the buff also though. But you're not allowed to do that out in real life. So get yourself a t-shirt and have a super awesome day, and I will speak to you again soon.